Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to another edition of Against the Odds Betting. Of course, I am your host, Spider. We're going to start out very quickly. As always, all we ask you guys is to like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe so whenever we do go live, you guys can catch some of the plays to hopefully help you win some money. All right. If you know anyone that also participate in sports betting, feel free to recommend them to the channel as well. All right, so we have game number 3 coming up between Denver Nuggets taking on the Miami Heat in Miami. We seen last time that Miami went to Denver and they actually was able to take one of those wins, even up the series at 1-1. Denver is no slouch on the road, right? Denver is no slouch on the road, just the same way how Miami can go to Denver and take one is the same way how Denver can go into Miami and to take one. And one of the main reasons I believe that they didn't win, they didn't have they basically played flat, right? Not enough energy from most of their key contributors, such as Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray definitely had a rough night as well. But tonight I look for them to have a stronger game, better performance. I'm pretty sure the coach after the game, they would then watch film, and the coach said to them, keep your eye on the prize. Basically, we're trying to win a championship and we have all the pieces to do so. One of their problems that they have so far this throughout the season is that whenever Nikola Jokic score 40 points, they are 0-3. So they don't need him to score 40 points. No, they don't need him to do that. And normally when Jokic has to score that many points is because the team is not doing what they're supposed to, and now he feels though he have to take on the extra responsibility of trying to will his team, right? So if I was going to take a side in that one, I'm definitely leaning towards Denver. As I said, better performance, come back stronger, and pick up a win in Miami. And you can know how the books are treating it. It's only a minus. The spread is a plus or minus 2.5. But last time out, it was a minus 8.5. It's a big difference. So since we started with Nikola Jokic, I'm gonna stay there. Last game, as I said, we noticed he only had 4 rebounds. 4 rebounds. Very uncharacteristic of him to have such a low assist number. And that's one of the main reasons, as I said, well, part of the reason why they lost, because not everybody else was involved making their shots earlier on. And that's how Denver normally win their games, by Nikola Jokic dominating. He's gonna get his rebounds. You feel me? He's gonna score some points. But where they really dominate is when he go in there and actually get everybody involved straight out from the door. Everybody feels good. They actually do win those games a lot more. On the line, they have Jokic for over under 9.5 assists. I'm actually definitely going to support that as well. I'm going to support that over 9.5 assists. One of the reasons I'm supporting that is because out of the last 10 games, right? Out of the last 10 games, he have covered that number 7 out of 10 times. So we're looking at a 70% clip in which that one normally cashes. All right. So not because he had the 4 assists, I should say. I'm not going away from it. We're going right back to it. All right. Nikola Jokic, first pick of the day, over 9.5 assists. Now, if you don't feel comfortable enough doing that, and you just want to do a safety tip, I would say just take him for a double-double. All right, just take him for a double-double if you want to feel safe. Another single piece that you can bet for a single bet parlay. Nikola Jokic triple-double with Denver to win. That right there definitely going to give you some plus money. I believe the triple-double by itself is already a plus 110 or plus 120. So I just gave you 3 plays alone from Nikola Jokic. Second play of the day, Duncan Robinson. With him coming back, when I say come back, playing at home, A lot of these players, sometimes they tend to play a lot better. Based on his minutes that he's playing, we know he's a volume shooter, so he's going to have the opportunities to get those shots up. All right, so on the line they have him at over under 1.5 made threes. I'm actually going to take that as well, because out of his last 10 games, he's actually covered that 7 out of 10 times as well. So Duncan Robinson over 1.5 made threes would be technically my second play of the day, right? Third pick of the day would be, because some sportsbook, for whatever reason, they're not allowing you to do that, but others allow you to do it, as I said, based on where you're shopping, because that's why it's important to have multiple sportsbook, right? Kevin Love over under 5.5 points. I shouldn't say points. Kevin Love over 5.5 rebounds and assists. His last game, he had 10 rebounds and one assist. Now, for the over under 5.5 rebounds and assists, Kevin Love is out there to help with size, matching up with Aaron Gordon if necessary. Keep a body on Nikola Jokic. Help space the floor as well, because he definitely can knock down some threes. And we do know that Kevin Love is one of the better outlet passer in the NBA. Meaning, as soon as he get a rebound, he'll really take one arm and throw it all the way back to somebody that's actually running up the floor. So I know he's going to get his rebound. I know he's going to get his rebounds. One assist, as I said, simply opportunity for outlet pass, and he definitely should be able to catch that one for you as well. Fourth play for tonight, I'm actually going to look at Jimmy Butler in head-to-head matches. He have gone over this number multiple times, especially now that he's getting double teamed. They're forcing him to try to let other people beat them. They don't want Jimmy Butler to be one to beat them. So when you get the ball, you can see a lot of double team, and he's actually making the right decision, making the right passes. Over under 6.5 assists. We're going to definitely support that. Even his last game, we can look at as well as a sample size where he had 9 assists. All right, so Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists. That's play number 4. Play number 5, Gabe Vincent. All right. If you was watching the last video, when I said that if Miami want to actually have a chance to actually do anything in the series with the Denver Nuggets, then they would have to have better performance from Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. And most importantly, Gabe Vincent cannot be your best player. Go back and look at all the box score. Gabe Vincent have been scoring more points than Jimmy Butler and Adebayo. Right now he's the most consistent scorer that we can look at from the Miami side. Everybody else, pretty shaky. All right, pretty shaky. So I see they have him for over 13.5 points. I would say go grab that. If you can see that, go grab that quick, because 23, 19. These are just small numbers from the last 2 games that they have played, right? Come on. Things like these happen when the books don't catch up, when everybody is not really on a particular person too hard. So sometimes the books may not adjust to it as yet. But since they haven't, Gabe Vincent over 13.5 points. That's play number 5. My last play that I have for you guys is going to be Aaron Gordon. And I said this in a previous video as well, where based on his size, his athleticism, and Miami being a smaller team, he's going to be out there on the floor. All right? He's going to be out there on the floor to help them, grab some rebounds. Also to help defend the better players on the Miami side, you know, pick and roll actions or man to man, you know, whatever the case may be. So I like Aaron Gordon over 0.5 blocks. And last game, he got that pretty early in the game for us. So that would be play number 6. All right, so to run those back for you, Nikola Jokic over 9.5 assists. Duncan Robinson over 1.5 made threes. Kevin Love rebounds and assists over 5.5. Right. Jimmy Butler over 6.5 assists. Gabe Vincent over 13.5 points. Aaron Gordon over 0.5 blocks. Right. That's what I got for you guys tonight. But don't forget, if you're one of those individuals out there that have a problem, it may not be gambling related. And if it is gambling related, feel free to call 1-800-GAMBLER. Always somebody there to answer your question. Look forward to seeing you guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment so we can know how we're doing.